Nigeria, a nation basking in its newly won independence. In the southwestern town of Akure, a child was born, one who would grow up to pursue a vision that continues to transform lives to this day. Daniel Kolawole Olukoya is an exceptional child, and this becomes obvious during his early schooling, from where he blazes a brilliant trail to a first-class degree in microbiology at the University of Lagos, and afterwards sails on a scholarship to a doctorate in molecular genetics at the University of Reading in England.
Hallelujah! Are you ready to praise the Lord this morning? Can you put your hands together for the King of Kings? In Jesus' name we pray.
A burning desire to serve his God and fellow man to the utmost would lead to the founding of the Mountain of Fire and Miracles ministry in 1994 and the birth of a unique master plan.
Many years back, I started, as inspired by the Holy Spirit, a 70-point agenda to rescue youth. It includes so many programs to just get the youth off the streets, get them to practice good things, get them away from the vices that they used to get involved in. We are the Writers Club, free remedial classes, first-class MFM students. We instituted eating competition, scholarship, sports, leadership courses, marriage and sex seminars, cooking competition, ministry to schools, talent hunt, singing club, fashion health competition, leaders club, young businessmen's club, musical instruments competition, deliverance crusades, science invention club, excursions, agricultural club, career guidance services, young teachers club, praise storms, preachers club, poetry club, engineering club, and so on and so forth, just to get them off the streets and be godly in their behavior. Praise the Lord. So this is why, if you see a lot of young people on instruments playing the violin, playing the guitar in Mountain of Fire, it is an agenda to keep them busy for the Lord and keep them away from those vices. It takes a long time. Amen. It takes a long time to learn to play an instrument. It takes a long time to pass the graded exams. So with the time you use to practice, you'll be busy doing something useful. You won't be able to get there and do what you should not do. This is the agenda. It is this agenda that pushed us so much into music. And right now, and I stand to be corrected, the early church in Nigeria, we need to spend 50 years to catch up with the Mountain of Fire music. It was under this agenda we went into football and sports too. And you can see what the Lord has done through that. A lot of people lost in the street who will never have stepped into the house of God. When they had football, they came. And gospel was ministered to them. They are now playing. They're doing so well. The MFM Football Club won the first Church World Cup. Yes, won the first Church World Cup. And then, recently now, the MFM has been admitted into the Premier League on merit. Something that has not happened in Lagos State for 20 years. The MFM Football Club there. And now many players from MFM and the national club, our coaches are there coaching the national club in the national team because of this agenda that we started. Also, it's not only football. One of our members won the gold Commonwealth wrestling and so on and so forth. So just to get the youth off the streets. The scholarship too is to get the youth off the streets. The Mountain of Fire brings the Association of British Royal Musicians to Nigeria every year, just to encourage the youth to take music seriously and be focused.
And just like the gift that keeps giving, the agenda has produced what promises to be another jewel in the crown.
In the name of the Father, in the name of the Son, in the name of the Holy Spirit, I declare the Mountain Top University open in the name of Jesus.
And so, Monday, December the 21st, 2015, proved to be a momentous day for Nigerian Private University number 57. But far from being an overnight happening, it had taken 12 years for this uniquely poised institution to make the journey from a vision to the visible. 12 years of intense planning and preparation.
The church itself is more of a spiritual university where people are empowered spiritually to take over. And having that as the foundation go a long way to show that the Mountian Top University is a university that is set up not to compete with others, but to set standard for others to follow. It's a university that is committed to excellence in all phases of life, both physically and spiritually. The vision of this university is to raise men and women who will be known for integrity and skills. In our present day, student comes out of the university, is still looking for a job here and there. Our plan is that by the time you graduate from Mountian Top University, you'll have acquired skills that will make you sufficient to be able to stand on your own in the society and become an employer of labor. Besides that, you have also been able to acquire training that make you to value integrity in all facets of what you do, that you stand for integrity, and therefore be able to contribute meaningfully to the transformation of Nigeria. We look forward for a new Nigeria. And for us to have a new Nigeria, we must have men and women of integrity who can stand, whose yes will remain yes and no will remain no, who cannot be bought by any material thing. But we believe absolutely in the Word of God, and again, be able to stand firmly in building a nation that will be a prosperous nation in which everyone will be able to be happy of what we do. Today, we look forward to a university that can bring a transformation to the traditional university which we have around, in the sense that we want every student that enters into Mountian Top University to be able to stand in the society high with their skills in whatever field they may come in, maybe in computer, biotechnology, geophysics, or whatsoever may be their field of study. But at the end of the day, it's such that such a student will have acquired enough skill to be able to stand in the society and then be able to contribute meaningfully to the development of our country. That's the kind of university we envision to set up here. And God helping us with the foundation we have, we believe that we can do that because here, just like we have from the church, both the brain and the hands will be trained. I've told you that for the church, our hands and our fingers are trained to war and to battle. In essence, in the university, the intellect, both physically and spiritually, will be developed in such a way that every individual will be able to say, yes, I've gone through a university have gone through me, and I can stand on my own. I'm proud of the university in which I can put something on my table at the end of the day, not necessarily pursuing a government white-collar job.
To produce a distinctive crop of men and women of superior learning and character would, of course, require a distinctive environment with a set of up-to-date facilities and the endorsement of designated authority.
Mountain Top University is the 57th private university licensed by the federal government of Nigeria to operate as a degree awarding institution after fulfilling all the stipulated conditions prescribed by government for the establishment of a private university. I am privileged at this point in time to mention that I was privileged to lead the team that came on a final verification visit here in 2013, and it was based on the things we saw at that visit that the report was put in place and sent to the federal government. I have been told that even after we left and submitted that report, much more has been added to the facilities in this place. National Business Commission and indeed the Nigerian government looks forward to Mountain Top University, Magogi, contributing immensely to the development of private universities in Nigeria by offering quality and affordable services in teaching and research in line with the vision, mission, and objectives of the university. I congratulate the pioneer principal officers led by Professor Elijah Ayolabi as they commence in earnest the business of the day-to-day running of the university.
Still, seemingly taking a cue from its name, the university is pushing for greater heights of excellence where its infrastructure is concerned.
Prior to the licensing of the university, all those facilities had been put in place. Based on the information provided and the mandate of the NUC, we had to restructure some of those things. Otherwise, all the facilities were ready. But in order to meet the international standards and to ensure that we have a global university here in MTU, the structures have been, particularly the academic area, the laboratories, have been restructured. And then all the equipment that have been purchased have been warehoused. In terms of our ICT facilities, they are already in place perfectly. You know that in 3 years' time, the National Universities Commission will send its accreditation team to see what we have done so far. I want to make sure that even in the first year of the university, we surpass what they've given us. So that by the time they come in 3 years' time, it will just be normal. I mean, we just have a full accreditation. More so, we're also thinking of bringing in some of the programs that are in phase 2 to bring them to phase 1, the takeoff phase. Because normally there are some programs that will take off in the phase 2 of the scheme of the university. We have sent to NUC to allow us to run some of them because we have been receiving very positive response from many parents, many students wanting to come in to do some of those programs that we also know are very relevant to the needs of the society. So what we want to do in essence is to bring some of them, and then we have to really improve our system, our facilities. So in 3 years' time, when NUC will come, the university would have been on perfect ground to stand such a visitation.
As you can look around, you will discover that the structure that we have in place isn't enough for us to run the university to reasonable years. But for the excellence that we've known our general overseer for him, everything surrounds him is excellent. Then he has decided within his own, to the glory of God, that this university is going to be one of the best throughout the world. And even the VC, if you know him, all these designations, all these awards is excellent. And he has carefully selected him. And all the workers, the workforce that's going to work with him, perfect gentlemen, excellent people, academicians to the core.
The delivery of knowledge remains the core endeavor of any institution of learning, and the technology-savvy Mountain Top University has a facility in place that delivers the world of knowledge to the doorsteps and fingertips of its students round the clock, anywhere.
This man contains that.
During the matriculation exercise, the proprietor officially presented a tablet to the university for distribution to the students. The essence of giving them the tablet is actually to enhance learning, so that these students, even in their hostel, in their bedroom, they can log on to our website and then navigate to our library, and they can have access to the resource material in our library, so they can read when they are in their room. They are outside the campus, they can also read because they have access to the library. So, and their lecture material too on our website, they can easily log on to it and download it to their system and then be able to read at their own pace. It's not only tablets you have, but inside it, we have what we call a mobile learning environment, so that the student can easily navigate to our e-library and then from there be able to access our resources, get their lecture notes. They can also navigate to any other library in the world that we are connected to, and then find necessary resources that can enhance learning and give them better exposure. I told them that, because this is being given to them free, and then they must be careful. At times when you have some things, when you have it free, you don't value it. And I just told them the story of Samson. Samson, more or less, the anointing was available to him free. He really didn't work for it. He didn't ask for it. God just looked at the family, and then right before his conception, God has made everything available. Unfortunately, he misused it. So my advice to them was that don't misuse this opportunity, okay? Because you can use it to do several other things, but this is dedicated for learning, okay? So, and that's my advice to them, that the device we are giving to you, use it to build up yourself. Don't use it to destroy yourself. And that's very important. Because if you have it as a student and then all you can do on it is to play game, all you can do on it is to watch video and all those things, it's not really going to hurt to such a student. But if you can put your material on it, your note is there, other resource material is there, library material is there, and then you create time to read those things, it's going to hurt to the life of such student.
What I'm holding is like a miracle coming your way. It's a big opportunity for you. And when you have big opportunities coming for you, if you are not careful, you are going to face the same problem that Peter faced. And what happens is that before you know it, your miracle is going down. And you know what? You will even end up worse than where you were before the miracle came. So I really want to admonish you and to tell you that what you are going through is the beginning of many other miracles to come.
The man who has led the committed pursuit of a higher learning that sets the standards for others also has a few words for his pioneering batch of students.
Student, be very careful what you do. Be very careful where you do it. There may be one eye observing you that will report you one day in your favor or against you. So anything you are doing now, do it very well. Do it in such a way that men give good testimonies about you. So what I'm leaving with you is that work very hard. Do whatever you are doing very well. If you're a cleaner, clean well. You are an electrician, do it well. You are a carpenter, do it well. You are a singer, do it very well. You are a barber, barb very well. Because that thing you are doing, there may be an eye observing you that you don't know. And one day, that same eye may be to your advantage or disadvantage. The road to greatness in any line is to make yourself a master of that line. When you make yourself a master, become great in that line. I'm praying that the Lord will inspire you. You will be the head and not the tail. May God raise a voice for you where you have no voice. May God make you an environmental transformer. May God fight for you where you have no friends to fight. The wilderness does not conceal those whom God wants to advertise. Once God is advertising you, the wilderness cannot conceal you. If you know how to do anything very well, no matter which corner you are, people will come and look for you. Where you are now is the stepping stone to where you are going, so you must use it very, very well. I pray that the Lord will continue to bless you.
In a world where different sorts of weapons are wielded by different sorts of people for different sorts of reasons, the education was the most powerful weapon which could be used to change the world.
Your future is entrusted in your hands, and the way you take your study will determine the salvation of your tomorrow. The scripture says, work out your own salvation with fear and trembling. When you go to your various classrooms, always remember that you are laying the bricks of your destiny. And at the same time, you are the architect designing your own life. So if you have a duplex, that is your effort. You will never succeed in life if you doubt your ability to accomplish a task. You will never succeed in life if you doubt your ability to accomplish a task. Believe that you are the best student and you will be the best student. Number 2, your future depends on many things, but mostly on you. Nobody can make you to become great. You are the only one capable of making yourself great. In this place, both the academic and spirituality will be combined together. And therefore, I want to have it at the back of your mind that as a student, you must learn to read as if there is no God to help you, and pray as if you know nothing. This will help you as you move along in this journey. As a friend in this journey, I pray that the good Lord will always guide and direct you. May He give you the light to tread safely into this unknown path you are going. Finally, I pray that your stay here will be for excellence and will be empowered to be great.
To all matriculating students, welcome to our lovely community. As individuals, you are from a wide range of origins, backgrounds, locations, and circumstances. As we all know, life is never without challenges. Whatever challenges may come our way in this journey at any point, let us remember that God being at the center of all our affairs here at the Mountain of Fire and Miracles Ministries will convert them to testimonies in the name of Jesus. I implore you to strive and make your stay a continuous success in the Mountain Top University, as these will depend largely on how diligently you apply yourself to the academic and spiritual conditions prevailing here. It is our hope and prayer that 3 to 4 years from now, you will be presented for graduation. Therefore, there is a need to apply yourself diligently to your work so that you can excel academically and spiritually, also morally. All the necessary facilities to enable you attain such heights have been provided by the university. Mountain Top University holds dear its core values and will not compromise them under any circumstance. We pray that at the time of completion of your program, you will be able to know Christ better and to make him better known. Finally, so do not fear, for I am with you, says the Lord. Do not be dismayed. I will strengthen you and help you. I will uphold you with my righteous hand, says the Lord.
The Mountain of Fire and Miracles Ministry family is elated for this wonderful vision of the General Overseer, Dr. Daniel Kolawole Olukoya. These great men of God, in the company of the pioneer Vice-Chancellor, management and staff of the Mountain Top University, tour around the school facilities. Dr. Olukoya and the team at MTU believe a functional education wielded by men and women who have been imbued with the right spirit would truly make for a better society. This, no doubt, is a major lesson to be learned at the Mountain Top.